We have the curator of education with Southeast Missouri State University, Ellen Flenchie. Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
How you doing?
I am great. I'm going to talk about the museum events that we have at Crisp Museum inside the River Campus, and the art exhibits that we currently are showing. One of them is a ceramic display. We have 4 pieces on the wall. When you think of ceramics, you might think of vases and pots and cups, but he makes physical forms, sometimes cartoonish, and these are creations by Benji Hugh. Hugh is the professor of ceramics at Southeast Missouri State University, and he depicts various anxieties of life, so he draws on top of his ceramics. Another exhibit that we have in our large gallery are selections from our permanent collection that we house, and pieces include a sketch by Jake Wells, steamboat prints by Gary Lucy, who is a Southeast alum. He's very well known. He's also created the mural that we have in our atrium at the River Campus.
Okay. And I'm really confused, Ellen, because this is not what they told me you were going to talk about. So I was not prepared to talk about these things. So these are all in the Crisp Museum, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I'm very confused as to why they switched the topic on me. Okay, so with all that being said, is this open to the public, and how long does it run?
Yes, these 2 displays are open through August 17th, and then other things that we offer at the museum include learning Mahjong. We have art classes for adults. We do start or begin sewing. We also have paint night once a month. We have a collage event once a month. And then a special thing we have coming up in August is on the 23rd. From 1 to 4, we will have a sidewalk chalk contest and a scavenger hunt at the museum.
Cool. We were there once for an escape room, but y'all included math, so I did not win.
I see.
You get to math. I got everything else first, but then we got to math, and it was like, yeah, I'm screwed. So you guys do a lot of really unique things at the Crisp Museum. I think people are missing out on the cool stuff if they're not paying attention.
You really need to find out what is here in our backyard. We have a video that's about 15 minutes, and it talks about the highlights of our region and the different cultures in our area that came through, beginning with the westward expansion. We have geology and geography and fossils in our history display. We have a little bit about the Spanish and French early frontiers, some riverboat and railroad information, and we have a life-size recreation of a Mississippian hut that you can see.
Cool.
And those were societies in our area.
You know, I think people would be surprised because we've all gone and gotten ourselves in a big hurry here with our cars and flying to work and red lights and all this kind of stuff. But back in the day, they were a special kind of busy, just trying to survive and eat and not die of the heat.
Very true.
Yeah.
And it is something that's part of the land that we live in, and things that we see every day we may call weeds in Missouri actually were great items to create bowstrings with, and the trees that we have created the wooden part of the bows. So, clay.
You could
clay
come to
is
my
fascinating.
Yard. Yeah, you could come to my yard right now and get some grass that's so sinewy you could probably weave a roof. I'm telling you. We've got so many things here in Missouri that are amazing, and I'm from another state where there are no trees. And you basically just see fields of wheat and corn and stuff. So when I got here and it was so green and plush, I was like, the trees almost look like if you touched them, they'd be like velvet as you drive through. We are very fortunate for all the neat stuff we have here.
Most definitely. We are open 7 days a week, somewhere you can come.
Wow.
We are only closed usually like a major holiday weekend, but other than that, we are open 7 days a week. We have activities for all ages, and everyone is welcome.
Awesome. And sometimes they do really cool things. Like I said, the escape room or these exhibits that she's talking about. You know, when I think of ceramics, I think of, my mom making a nativity set when I was a kid,
Yes.
at a ceramics class, just painting it and baking it. And we've got a little ceramic shop in town. But these are actual creations where it's like the movie Ghost, where he created the pieces.
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's hard to do. If you've ever
You are
tried
right.
it. Yeah, if you've ever tried it, it's really hard to do. I can't even make a single candlestick. I can't do it. I've tried. I don't have the patience. But if you're interested in art, obviously, there's art displays. If you're interested in history, obviously, Ellen has told you about those things as well. But there are special programs for small groups, too. Do you have a list of things somewhere?
Yes, we are online at cmo.edu/museum.
Okay.
And then just to get to the list of activities, you can click the word education. We also have a Facebook page with our formal name, Rosemary Burkle and Harry L. Crisp II Museum. And we are also on Instagram. Most recently, we have a basket weaving class that has occurred, and we are continuing that one today also. Our person, Laura Klaus, comes to the museum from around the St. Louis area 6 times a year, and she has been very popular. So if you're interested in making a basket, check back with us.
What do you make a basket out of?
It's reed. The one they made yesterday was quite large. It was 18-inch by 8 by 8, and they called it a large market basket.
Wow. That would be really interesting. I would have no idea how to make a basket.
She guides everybody, so it's amazing. She can corral 15 people from beginning to end.
Well, if you're going to be on Survivor anytime soon, you might want to take this class. Ellen Flinchey, Curator of Education. Lots of cool things going on at the Crisp Museum on the River campus of Southeast Missouri State University. Thank you, Ellen, for the information.
Thank you, Fawn.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.